We hit the snooze all the time. Like we hit the snooze on our purpose. We hit the snooze on like spending time in prayer, spending time in the things of God. You know, we hit the snooze on like getting into the word. You know what I mean? Like we should know God's word instead of trying to scramble, you know, when we're in trouble and trying to get it. Pray for me. Pray for me. Is this still a cool thing to do? Like people would do poses like this? I need to find out if that's still cool in case we do a music video. So pray for me. This song is definitely unique for me because like in the music that I've made throughout the years, like it's easy for me, like especially since like growing up in the church, I can easily like, for example, take like a message that Pastor Marco just preached and kind of turn it into a rap. And like, there's a lot of things that I know from being brought up in the church. So a lot of my stuff that I've written is like, you know, has like specific focuses, like, you know, to encourage, to empower, you know, maybe to correct or whatever it may be, but not too many songs where it's like transparency, where like I'm talking about like my own struggles. So I'm like, you know what, if I'm gonna do a project, you know what I mean, I gotta like let people in and try to have like more things that are relatable. So that's why like in other songs, like I mentioned the family and just trying to be more transparent, you know what I mean? Because people want to be able to relate to somebody. They don't want to just feel like they're constantly being like preached to, you know what I mean? And like I said, I know that I can, that I can do that pretty well, but this, you know, category, just being transparent about struggles, that was kind of like a whole different, you know, a whole different thing for me. So this song, Pray For Me, you know, I talk about it's just about discipline, you know what I mean? Like not having, you know, discipline. And, you know, there's a verse in the Bible that says, you know, the spirit's willing, but the flesh is weak. And, you know, the chorus kind of speaks on that, you know, pray for me before my flesh prey on me. And even the way the song starts, you know, it says, I know what I got to do. Will I do it or not? I do not have a clue. I know that I got to move, but I'm loving the feeling of hitting the snooze. And I just feel like that's just life, man. Like in the natural, you know what I mean? We wake up, we hear the alarm clock, we hit the snooze button because we're tired. You know what I mean? We want more time. So we keep hitting the snooze. And I feel like in the spirit side of things, like we hit the snooze all the time. Like we hit the snooze on our purpose. We hit the snooze on like spending time in prayer, spending time in the things of God. You know, we hit the snooze on like getting into the word. You know what I mean? Like we should know God's word instead of trying to scramble, you know, when we're in trouble and trying to get it. You know what I mean? So I want to be somebody who's disciplined in prayer, disciplined in getting into the word. That way I'm equipped. That way when things go, you know, when things go wrong or whatever, you know what I mean, I have something to stand on or whatever. So like this song, like I said, it's just me being transparent. You know what I mean? Sometimes like I lack discipline. Sometimes like, you know what I mean? I don't feel like reading the Bible, so I don't. Sometimes I don't feel like praying, so I won't. And like, I understand like that's not right. You know what I mean? So like that needs to be corrected, you know? And Paul says it's like, I know what I need to do, but I don't do it. And I feel like that's like something we all struggle with. We know what we need to do. Like I've been in the church forever. Like I know what I should be doing, but do I always do it? No. And why is that? Because of just the lack of discipline, you know what I mean? To sum it up or whatever. So this song was just like, hey, pray for me because I don't have it all together. You know what I mean? Some days I struggle and I need prayer. We all need prayer, but we need to also figure out ways to deny ourselves, to deny our flesh, because God has a greater purpose for us. You know what I mean? And we can't just keep hitting the snooze on that. So yeah, pray for me.